the Maniac Monday. I wish it was Sunday, September 11th today. Can you smell what the Phlock is cooking? Bro, I can't wait. We're so close. Oh, we're so close. You know what we cooking up today? We cooking up 53 Maniac rosters. We cooking up roster cuts. We're cooking up Howie Potter waving his magic wand. We're cooking up, what else we got? Oh, there's so much. Yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and Maniac Monday. What are you talking about? But before we go any further, let's keep the Maniac thing the Maniac thing. Please like and subscribe if you about that fly eagles fly. And drop a comment in the box if you flying with the Phlock. Let's fly. Let's go. Are y'all ready for this, man? We're so close. You know, before we get into anything, gotta apologize. You know, the Maniac was a bit on the edge. I might have hopped out the nest. Took a big dive straight to the concrete. Panicking because, you know, this is what happens in the preseason games. We're playing nothing but like nobody. I don't want to disrespect anybody, not nobody's, but we're playing, you know, third strings and fourth strings against first string players. I just, you know, was a bit upset about our coaching staff's lack of urgency. You know, we got to get these things going. You want to see something on the field, and you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And every coaching staff has their own philosophy. And you know what? If this is our coaching staff's philosophy, stick with it. Why be like everybody else? This is our thing. This is what we do. And like I keep saying, last year we came out on fire. Looked like we had no signs of rust or anything. So, you know, we'll see how this pans out this year. This is the second year of this coaching staff, second year of our starting quarterback. Whoa, look like you're trying to say something else, buddy. Chill out. So, you know, you got that going on. And, yeah, so let's chill out. And I really think, after watching, you know, and hearing about Andre Dillard's performance in that game, I think your boy was trying to get out of town. Like, you know what, you guys want to trade me? Trying to let me go? I wouldn't mind. You know, maybe he's of that mind state. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? Who knows what we were trying to put out there? Who knows? This is the preseason. But enough of that. Let's get into the roster cuts. This guy's making moves today. I mean, I'm looking around all over the Eagles universe, all over the Eagles verse. Like, everyone's dropping 53-man rosters. And I had this marked down on my calendar, you know, from 80 to 53. I'm like, why is everybody doing it today? Like, what's going on? We got time. You know, they got time to trade Reagan and all that. Dude, today's the 29th. Tomorrow's the 30th. I got lost in the sauce and all that. You know, just sent, you know, one of my little maniacs off to college yesterday. You know, got a lot of things going on in the Maniac household. So, you know, there's that. And what are we talking about, bro? This isn't therapy. It is kind of therapy for me. But, you know, we got that going on. And 5 cuts come down today. Super surprising. Made my 53 Maniac roster, I won't say super simple, but easier than what I had anticipated with the news of these cuts. The first 2 cuts, you know, we kind of could have expected, you know, with the offensive lineman Cameron Tom, I believe his name is, and with the dude from Duke, Blackwell. Tom and Blackwell were kind of expected. What was not expected was Jaquaski Tart, Huntley, and Carson Strong. What? We doing? So, you know, I see things going on with this, you know, perhaps a little bit of Howie waving the magic wand, Howie Potter waving his wand, Howie busting these stupid dope moves, perhaps stashing Carson Strong. I mean, we gave the man $320K. I know that's a drop in the pan as far as an NFL salary cap goes, but I mean, wow. That's dope. I believe he was the highest signed, the highest paid undrafted free agent in this whole class. So what's going on with that? Perhaps there's a few schools of thought. Perhaps they're trying to let these guys latch on to other teams, or we could be playing the trick knowledge. Oh man, these guys suck. They're bums. Get them out of here yesterday. Just in a move to bring them back for the practice squad. Who knows? I mean, I think they all, in the case of Tart, like I'm saying though, I believe they all were talented in their own right and had their chances, not just chances, had high chances of making this 53-man roster. However, you know, we were never going to carry 3 quarterbacks into the regular season. So, I mean, it was always a long shot for Strong to make the 53-man roster, so he was probably always going to be a stash. Hence, us not playing him. I don't know. Who knows what's going on behind the closed doors of the NovaCare complex. You've got that going on. Jason Huntley just had, you figured the run that would help him make the team. The 67-yard run in a preseason finale. That game sucked. And Tart, I believe in the case of Tart, I believe that's a veteran move as far as he's a vet, as to not guarantee his contract. What some teams do in this case is they let a guy go, pick him up after game 2. He knows the defense, no one's going to pick him up. Who knows? But I believe that may be the plan. So that's what's going on with that. Roster cuts. Go. It's going to start coming hot and heavy on a Maniac Monday. You know this. Like I just thought they were going to, so much. But anyway, so we've got the Eagle Maniac, 53 Maniac projected roster. What do you think? I got some graphics today. You want to see it? What, bro? We stepped in the game up, boy. What you know about those graphics? It's like 3D in motion. Yeah, I did that. Boom. So right off the top, we're going to start with the quarterbacks. We're keeping 2 quarterbacks. We know who those quarterbacks are. I want to try and give you, who's making the team and why, but some of these are just self-explanatory. They're starters. And in other cases, I'll try and drop a little bit of what I project to be the reason for them being projected to make this 53 Maniac projected roster. That was cool. The running backs, well, with Huntley being out of here, I say 3 running backs. Possibly at some point, for who knows what's going on. This is just for now, and this is what we have. Because you're going to see what I'm doing here. So check it out. Running backs, we're keeping 3 running backs. I'm pretty sure you know who those are. We're going to keep Sanders, Scott, and Gainwell. Hopefully we could drop, we've seen nothing from any of these other guys. I don't even want to get into the practice squad. Perhaps we'll dabble in that tomorrow. Who knows? Play around tomorrow. It's Tuesday. Yeah. Maybe I'll take a nap. I don't know. So those are the 3 running backs. O-line, we're going to go with 10 offensive linemen. Those 10 being Mailata, project possible all-star. Excuse my language. Everybody in the starting 5, quite possibly you could say they may make an all-star team on the best offensive line in the league. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we got Mailata left tackle, Dickerson left guard, Kelsey center, right guard Sayamalo, right tackle Lane Johnson. Boom. Those are self-explanatory. Then to back those guys up, got another 5 guys. We're going to have Dillard, Opeta, Juergens, Anderson, Driscoll. The reason, of course, Dillard, I love the depth that we have in him backing up Mailata in the event anything happens over there. Then you have Opeta. He's been having an awesome camp. Yeah, I just feel we need backups. It's a position of strength on our team. And I say, before I let any of these guys go, let's keep a strength to strength in the event that anything happens. I don't even want to put that in the universe, but you have to plan for contingencies, right? Or whatever. You have to have contingencies for plans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you then Juergens, of course. I heard I heard BG say, I keep calling him BG. I heard LB say earlier, him and Money Mike, what's going on here? Him and Philly Mike. Making these guys super famous. They killing it out there though. Salute to those 2, bro. And I heard you're gonna see why. I got something for you later. Then Opeta, Juergens. LB said Juergens quite possibly may be the best dude we drafted this in the draft. Like, wow. Particularly high praise for Cam Juergens. He has been the one showing out the most. He has been lights out in camp. Seems to be like a Jason Kelsey 2.0 out there with what he does. And not to mention, he's moving like Kelsey at a bigger size, which would help us handle, some of the things that Kelsey has issues with. I would never say Kelsey can't handle anything. But anyway, that's the way down the line. Get that out of there. Say focus, maniacisms. We got Opeta, Juergens, Anderson, of course, for the value that he brings and his versatility. Also, Juergens has versatility too. We have the ultimate Swiss Army knife with the likes of Sayamalu, who can play any position on the offensive line. heard Lane Johnson speaking to that point today in his presser, like, and he does it at a high level. They love this guy. I love this guy. They love that. You love this guy. Isaac Seumalo, I think, just helps us across the board, which had me at one point thinking of keeping the O-line to 9. But I just know Philly, they respect the trenches like no other, so I think they'll keep 10. Jack Anderson and Driscoll. Driscoll's is just also a beast, and he's one of those guys. He's just one of those guys. Then we're going to go from the O-line to the D-line. See, everyone thinks I was going to do that, but I'm shaking when they baking, creeping while they sleeping. Oh, so yeah, we're going to go with the D-line. The D-line, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I have been saying this all off season that I see Reddick as more of a D lineman than a linebacker, so we were sliding in there. If you see a few videos back, I did state as much, but today I definitely can't lie. I heard on the Philadelphia Eagles Now, not the podcast, whatever, the show, Chase Jr., I believe the guy that took over for, I used to love that guy, whatever, who cares? He didn't make the roster even now, right? But, so you got Chase Jr., Chase Sr. said exactly what I said as far as, you see him on the D-line, so he put him on his D-line. I'm doing the same, which I did last week anyway. So whatever, you get what I'm saying. So you're going to have Reddick. I see I'm keeping 10 D-linemen, and the names of Reddick, Cox, Davis, Hargrave, Sweat, Graham, my boy Will, Tuipulotu. Yeah, Tuipulotu. Got you there, Philly Mike. Philly Mike actually called me up. He said he was going to let me sub in for him whenever he has to say Tuipulotu. So I got you on that. So you see me on like 1 second on... I'm lying again. That didn't happen. But wouldn't it be dope? But anyway, so boom. Tuipulotu, Derek Barnett, and Taron Jackson. Taron Jackson, I just believe, is a beast. Barnett, I know you guys hate him, but I just see, I see his career possibly having a similar trajectory as Brandon Graham. Hopefully, that would be super dope. I think his projection comes in other ways than on the stat sheet, And his lack of production on the stat sheet comes in penalties. So, that you just got to love his fire, man. And I think that's another reason why they keep him on there. He has that dog mentality. Sometimes not, I won't call the man dumb, but as far as football IQ, sometimes he can't tone it down. But sometimes I just feel you need guys like that, and I'm going on and on. Taron Jackson, I just believe he's been showing out in camp. He's been showing out in the preseason. Got to hold on to that dude on the end. So we're keeping that guy. Then we're going to go into special teams. You already know. Everyone always says they're special teams. So last, we're going to drop that in the middle because we're trying to give y'all a little bit of a cliffhanger. See the thrills and the chills shaking over there like, bro, what are you going to do with this position group? But anyway, so you got Elliott, Siposs, and Lovato. You know how it's going on down over there. I love this position group. Other people have their reservations about Siposs. I think he's going to show out this year and show why he's here. In the preseason games, I believe he's been doing his thing. So, yeah, and, Jake the Make is just Jake the Make. And, I think this guy is locked in. I think he's looking, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but his career is panning out dope. He started off dope, had a bit of a lull in the middle, and then he came on last year crazily. So, yeah, Jake Elliott, those are all self-explanatory. I don't even know why I'm explaining them. Although I do have a sneaky suspicion. I don't know, man. Quite possibly maybe the Eagles may not feel the same way I do about Siposs, and they may be looking around for other teams dropping vets and just picking up something more reliable because, like I said, he's starting off this preseason the same way he started off last season, on fire, and then we saw what happened down the line once the weather got crazy. So who knows what they're doing with that, but as it stands now, that's what I see our special teams room looking like. Linebackers, I'm keeping 7. Once because I put Reddick over there. You could switch them back and forth. You could drop them over here and say I'm keeping 8. You can say I'm keeping 8 LBs and 9 D linemen, whatever you want to do. But, of course, TJ Edwards, who's been doing the damn thing, showing and proving. The guy is just getting better with time. I believe he's got that saying in him. You know what I mean? Similar to my boy Smitty. But, yeah, calm down. But, he's just getting better. You know what? Once we drafted Dean and, got the likes of Kaiser White and Hassan Reddick, everyone's, there was not much talk about TJ Edwards, and TJ Edwards simply came to work with his lunch pail and said, listen, this is what I do. I'm going to work and I'm putting that work on. You heard? He's killing it. So TJ Edwards, Kaiser White, as I previously mentioned. I mean, I just believe this man is special, and we're gonna like I do not know how San Diego, Los Angeles, how the Chargers let that man go. I don't get it. I mean, you know how it is. It's a numbers thing. He spoke to as much early in his, not so much his press. I believe he had an interview. Davion Taylor, because I'm Taylor gang all day, and I think his best days are ahead of him. I may have stated this early in the postseason, in the preseason finale pep rally, that I mean I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but in the preseason game against the Browns, I don't know. I mean, he looked way bigger than he did last year. I don't know if he's trying to pad up or something, trying to prevent injuries or something, or maybe he's doing his Piccolo thing, trying to put on more weight, and that's why he's working out. It's craziness right there, I know, but I mean, Anyway, Davion Taylor, I'm keeping him. N'Kobe Dean, of course. Patrick Johnson, keeping him because he's been doing so well in the preseason. He and my boy Taron Jackson just seem like they're getting it. It's coming together. And Kyron Johnson, keeping that dude. Another dude who I was contemplating putting him on the D-line because he could come off the edge, but his versatility, the reason I'm keeping him is due to his versatility. What he can do, he could drop back in coverage. He can also come off the edge. So I'm loving Kyron Johnson and what he can do. And Sean Bradley for his special team acumen. He just seems to be a mainstay. He's one of those guys. I think he's like one of our guys, one of a Philly guy, somebody that you need, not just in the locker room, special teams. He does it all. Another Swiss Army knife we got over here, similar to Swiss Army knife Reddick, Haas Army knife Reddick. I like that. I was also thinking about weapon of Haas destruction because he called himself as much weapon of mass destruction. We working on some things over here for us to chant when our guys are going in during the game. Let's stay focused, Maniac. Yeah, we got well, I'm moving on to safeties now. I'm keeping 4 safeties. They helped out. Howie helped me out with the list earlier by letting go of Jaquiski Tart. So, I mean, I may have a surprise here. I don't know how you guys feel. Drop something in the comments. But I'm keeping Allen, of course, because he's been the man. He's been the leader, and it's been leaning towards us starting him, period, off top. Anthony Harris, due to the trust that he and Gannon have in one another. Andre Chachere. Cha-cha. So keeping him because he's just been showing out in camp also and in the preseason games. I can't say enough about what I've seen in the preseason because, I mean, I don't know what's going on with me. I just can't articulate it right now. But Andre has been showing out in the preseason. The one PBU I saw on, I believe it was the 3rd down against the Browns is one of the plays that sticks out to me. And that's why I'm keeping him. And this is why I'm not a GM. But anyway, and then I'm keeping Reed Blankenship. And so you know what that means. That means your boy Kayvon Wallace. I don't know. I just don't believe he's shown enough or done enough. And a lot of people may be up in arms. That's a draft pick. I mean, he was not so much a late round draft pick. Most rosters are made up of their 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounders, which he was one of. He was a 5th round draft pick. He just hasn't panned out. Haven't seen much from him. And you just don't want to see someone taking a spot from a guy that just because of his draft, not so much his draft value, where he landed, where he came out in the draft, just because you drafted him. I mean, and a dude comes out of nowhere, Reed Blankenship, an undrafted free agent, takes a spot. I mean, he's showing out. He's doing the damn thing. And what are we to do? Say, nah, we can't rock with you because we were rocking with him in the 5th round in 2020 or some whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't ride with that. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm really acting like what I'm saying is set in stone and this is what it's going to be. What would you do if it is, bro? That's crazy, man. This is my first one ever of these. I usually just listen to other content creators in years prior. Like, yeah, whatever. We don't. These things always go whenever you see the projections. What the front office turns out is more often than not something completely different. So I'm taking Reed Blankenship over our boy Kayvon Wallace, man. I really had high hopes for him. I really didn't want the man to make the team. I'm not sure about his prospects of making the practice squad due to the fact that I believe maybe it's an old addendum where if someone had started, and I believe he may have some starts under his belt that you can't be placed on the practice squad. I don't know if that's true or not. That may be something from the past. Whatever. We'll keep it pushing, and we'll get into the practice squad issues and issues tomorrow. As far as DBs, I'm keeping 6. I was thinking 5, but I just don't think you can go with 5 in this day and age in a passing league and all the things that can happen. And I believe that if we let go of any, well, maybe one of these guys could be stashed on the practice squad, but whatever, let's get into it. Of course, right off the top, Slay and Bradbury and mathematics, they're keepers. They're going nowhere. And I'm keeping Z-Mac, Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott, and Josh Jobe. Due to their versatility and just the fact that they've been showing out. Scott more so for his versatility. That's the one that I was thinking about sliding over to the practice squad. But yeah, we're gonna throw him onto the roster. And Josh Jobe, because he's just been showing out in camp. The dude's proven himself. He's proven that he can rock with the pros. So let's keep him over here. I love what Jalen Hurts said about him early in camp as far as his he's like, yo, Josh, when Josh Jobe is Josh Jobe. When people talk about someone like that, he said this guy just comes to work and he goes in. Seems to have that similar mind state of Jalen Hurts. What? You gotta calm down, brother. I'm so hyped, man, because we're right around the corner from everything just blowing up. Oh, you want me to stay focused? I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping Josh Jobe, but just like what he's done over there. And tight ends, this is going to be controversial, but this is just a Maniac trying to make a Maniac 53 Maniac roster. What are you going to do? I was like, this isn't set in stone, but I'm only keeping 2 tight ends. I'm keeping Goddard and Stoll, and I think anybody else we could slide over to the practice squad, which makes me believe what I just said about the practice squad and starters doesn't exist any longer, because Richard Rodgers, I'm hearing a lot of everyone putting him on their practice squad, and I believe that man started quite a few games in his career. So, yeah, I'm seeing Calcaterra. I can't see anyone snatching him up from us. Togai is the one that I really wanted to put on the 53 Maniac roster for this. I mean, he got snatched from us last year, and I'm a bit of a possessive guy. Like, this is my guy, and no one's ever going to take him from me again. Fool me once. You know what I mean? Type energy. But I did like the way he looked in the preseason. But yeah, just because you're gonna see why I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to keep drum roll, please. It's not a drum roll, dude. Anyway, so we're gonna keep 6 wide receivers. Oh yeah, the 2 tight ends. Of course, we're keeping Goddard, and I'm keeping Jack Stoll. Period. And I feel like I need no explanation for that. You know what I mean? So, Stoll, he's just the mainstay. He's been working on his hands. I believe he can. He's pretty much, I wouldn't say a mere image of Goddard, but he can do what Goddard can do on a lesser level. And I believe with all the weapons we have around the ball, in the event of something going awry, Jack Stoll, I believe, can hold down the fort. Yeah. Because, he can block and he can catch. Similar to Goddard, he can block and he can catch also. We keep 2 tight ends. I don't see a lot of 2 tight end personnel in our future. But who knows? What does the Maniac know? This is my first one. Rookie season, baby. What's up? I think I'm crushing this. Then we got wide receivers. You know what we're doing right off the back. Everyone knows the top 5. Unless top 4, really. Everyone knows the top 4. So we're going with AJ, Smitty, Kez, and Pascal. Boom. Self-explanatory. Those dudes, I just think, are amazing. I think that makes one of the top 4, well, one of the top 4 in the league as far as wide receivers. And then I'm going to keep Rager until further notice. I believe he will get traded tonight. I believe Howie will bust a stupid dope move. No more maxing and cooling, bro. We work for Esteban Lori. Yeah. So he's about to get crazy tonight. I think we're going to see some wildness tonight. Fireworks for Eagle Maniac fandom right now, I believe. And then, sorry to say, man, Britton Covey watch is over. He just didn't do enough for us in the preseason. Who knows? I was really rooting for that kid. And I think if he goes to the practice squad, he's getting snatched up. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. And so that means we're keeping Devin Allen. Devin Allen, he had the bomb, which, was nothing special. But, it was a bomb nonetheless. He caught it. He finished the play. scored a touchdown, burnt him, and then his special team, his gunning abilities, playing the gunner role in the preseason, like in the last game, he has been unbelievable. He's been an eye opener for me. This man clearly is trying to make the team. I had low hopes, for lack of a better term, of him making the squad due to the fact that he'd been out of the game, I believe, 6 years. You're out here running sprints. I mean, you're not going against grown NFL men, no contact for 6 years. I just thought his prospects of making this team were very low, but he's opened my eyes and I have flipped the pillow. You know what I'm saying? As to say, so I've coined the term. I've had to cool out on cutting him, and I think this man makes the team. He's showed himself to be versatile and invaluable in more ways than one, which is what you want to see with someone at the bottom of your roster. And number 53, I believe he will be the 53rd man. And in the event, of course, of Rager getting traded quite possibly tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever, I believe that then at that point you will probably roll. Oh no, either you'll roll with 3 tight ends or 3 tight ends, 5 receivers, or you can slide up Kane. Kane was the first man out, of course, and I believe Greg Ward will be either placed on the IR, the PUP list, or the practice squad, because I believe he's an invaluable piece, too, to this locker room. I mean, it's going to be hard. There are going to be some guys that we don't want to let go. Let me know down in the comments what you think, man. We're going pretty long because, whoa, longest video ever. You ain't going to get no views on this one. But anyway, I just had to put that out there, man, because when in Rome, seeing follow the leader, some type. I mean, I had aspirations of doing a 53 Maniac Roster. I mean, it sounds pretty dope. I should have had this lined up already. Whatever the case may be, have fun doing it. Let me know how it went. Oh, but before we go, hey, let's just rock out with a full 30, right? With a 30-30. So we got we're gonna jump outside the nest real quick, a little bit of OTN. We've got some news that just came through right before I started this video. Laviska Shenault traded to the Carolina Panthers. Moves are being made around the NFL right now, dude. Like, so that even hyped me up a little bit more at the prospect of Jalen Reagor going. Because, I mean, this dude produced. So, I mean, nothing astronomical. He produced more than Reagor has down there in Jacksonville. I mean, this dude, I would always stash him on my fantasy squads. Because he would always have, one of those games, 1 or 2 a year. Which is quite possibly why he's being traded. A second-round wide receiver. I don't know what he's been traded for. Similar to our boy who we just let go. I already forgot his name. He's outside. JJ Arcega outside. No longer on our side. So, yeah, Laviska Shenault gone. And then the biggest news, I believe, Jimmy G being picked up. He restructured his contract, and they're keeping him in San Fran to back up Trey Lance. I believe it's a great move to have a veteran backup for your young up-and-coming quarterback. But it's a little shaky. We saw how it went down with Carson Wentz. Didn't Carson Wentz and Trey Lance go to the same school? Whoa. Do they have similar mindsets? He's going to be looking over his shoulder at Jimmy G all day? Who knows, man? I mean, it could be scary, but from what I've heard, from TV, not no sources, but from what I heard, Jimmy G's a cool guy, but no, I mean, the locker room loves him. I don't know, man. This could be a recipe for disaster or a blueprint for success. Who knows? We'll see later down the line. But until next time, you know how it is. I think I got everything that I tried to get in, man. Wow, that is a lot, dude. But until next time, you know how we always do at this time, we got questions, right? We got questions. We got questions for you, NFL. We got questions for you, NFC. But most importantly, we got questions for you, NFC East. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania runs wild on you? You got a 53 Maniac Roster on Maniac Monday, boy. What's up? Whoa. Oh, hold up, wait a minute. Yo, thought I was finished? Yo, bro, check out what I saw today on my way home from work, bro. In New York, man. This made my day. Check it. I mean, if you saw this on your way home, if you live in a different state or something, and you saw something like this on your way home, you know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, we holding this down. We everywhere, son. We everywhere. You never there. Eagles fly high. EAGLES. You already know. Check it out real quick. Just something silly, you know what I mean? Just made my day. Would that made yours? Whatever. Get the flock out of here. Flock up or flock off. You already know.